take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that split.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the London Black Knights. This taken in about 4 yards deep. The Giants have it. It's picked up.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Mullen will find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Back to throw. Mullen, he's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw. Mullen, he'll drop this one down to Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. The ground, this is Joe Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first and 10. Mullen, he's going to have the hook up to Ross. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And 6.
Back to throw. Mullen. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. It's Mixon on the counter. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 without the 4. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 4-yard line.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Taken down right at
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Mullen. His pass caught at the 4. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run with Mixon. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 2-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates.
You always think about picking up the first down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but admire the effort.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Mixon with a 1st down carry. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Dexter Lawrence. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Mullen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Operating from the gun. Mullen, he's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Looking to throw. Mullen. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one?
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mullen, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw on 3rd down. Mullen, he's going to let one fly for Tate. But he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's complete to Slayton. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
6-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. In a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Julian Lowe picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
I should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down.
1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 16 yards, a 1st down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Here's Jones, looking to throw on 2nd down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down, here's Mixon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Operating from the gun, Mullen. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. To throw again. Mullen, he's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. He finds his running back, Mixon. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around with a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
When they're operating in plus territory here, they're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season, and his guys are able to cut into that deficit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles? Jones hit in the ball zone. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. From the gun, Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off at the 45.
They're not even trying to do anything.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Rosas now to add the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
Ties the game at 21 apiece. Set to kick off.
teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene.
And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Jones on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Jones. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Jones now. Throwing on third and long. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on third and long. Jones. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. This throw is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
Yeah, and if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that.
Number 26.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Jones from the gun on third down. Got a man, Slayton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down, New York.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. This is Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Jones on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
28-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
10-10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. reading from the gun. Mullen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Mixon. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack.
Back at the 43-yard line.
On second down now, Mixon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And some room to work. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Mixon, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On first down, Mixon, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Back at the 19-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Mullen.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Rosai's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Jones off the play fake. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
On first down, Jones trying to lay one up deep. Oh, that was dangerous. Jones threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Jones flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And a reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
He's taken down behind.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Mullen. This is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. From the gun, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Throwing on 1st down. Mullen. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Peppers on the coverage.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me with some Jalabi. Barbados with the hustle pockets, distinctive destinations, all I want to see.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Mullen. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On 1st and 10, Mullen. Open man is Ross, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun. Mullen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And this carries into the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Mullen. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure of the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the Giants are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I'd kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Another try for Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 10-yard line.
Here's Barkley. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder,